Hi, I'm Victoria Carter, and I have been selling real estate full-time for the last 26 years. I did not grow up in real estate. I have a very strong business background. I started out in food service management as the executive director of the food service operations for the New York City Department of Corrections, and then moved to the Saks Fifth Avenue and was the vice president of store operations. During both of those stints, I was able to hone and fine-tune my skill set, which has really made it possible for me to succeed in real estate. Between creativity, between customer service, negotiating skills, resourcefulness, and creativity, I was able to capture all of those skills and be able to apply them to real estate at a time when real estate was not really very professional at the time. I feel like I've always done real estate full time. I've always managed it from the ground up. There isn't any segment of my business that I can't do myself. I do have a big team at this point, and I have 12 people on my team. But I'm very involved and very active and very, on top of every transaction in my system. And 5 years into my real estate career, I decided that it was time for me to expand. And I wanted to leverage myself, and I wanted to teach other people within my team to learn some of the skill sets that I had and to broaden our reach beyond Morris, Essex, and Union County. And I found myself realizing that if I had assistants that would enable me and free me up to actually be more involved with my clients, to be able to be more out on the road, working with buyers, working with sellers, keeping myself abreast of the inventory and of the market trends. I've maintained the same number of people on my team probably for the last 2 or 3 years. I don't really want a super team. I don't want a mega team. You have to align yourself with really good people. You have to make sure that your reputation is sterling, that you never want to jeopardize that. You want to make sure that you have good relationships with your colleagues and your real estate people and the realtors in other communities, because it's important to be well regarded and well respected. So I primarily service Morris, Essex, and Union County, but my wheelhouse is really Essex County. Anything on the train line, typically from Montclair through Chatham, are the towns that we normally service. The average number of homes that the team sells on an annual basis is anywhere between 120 and 150 homes. Our average sale price is $850,000. Our average days on market is 15 days on the market, and our list price to sale price ratio is 11% over asking. And that's a consistent number for the last 2 or 3 years. Real estate is personal. It's not just selling houses or just a commodity. It's very personal. People need to feel that you are trustworthy, that you're authentic, that you are working on behalf of their best interests. I think that keeping the transaction moving is really important. I think my authenticity and my transparency and my very hard work ethic and drive is really, again, what separates me from a lot of my competition. And being involved and managing a process and moving the process from beginning to closing, I think is key. It's never assuming things are going to go in the right direction, but rather making sure that everything is done deliberately and intentionally towards that end. Even though I have people on my team, every one of their transactions is overseen by myself. I can speak to every part of the transaction from beginning to end, whether it's my own personal transaction or someone on my team's, because I want to make sure that we know what's happening. And I want to make sure that if I get a phone call or an inquiry or I see something that's not right, I'm involved. When you buy real estate, you buy more than just a house. You're buying a community. You're buying a school system. You're buying a commute. You're buying the place where you want to potentially raise a family or put down your roots. So for me, it's very important that when you work with somebody, they are looking at their options. It's not just a roof with 4 walls and windows, but it's a place where you're going to make a home. Make each one of your clients feel like they're the only client you have. Because no matter how big or how small the price tag is, every client believes that purchase or that sale is the most important transaction to them. So it's important that you make the time to focus on each of your clients individually and intimately to be available for them.